Yo guys, what's going on? Aces here today with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a couple different methods in the best way to prepare for endgame and escape from Tarkov. Now, this is going to apply for any patch in the near future or far future. It doesn't matter when you watch this video, the same concepts will pretty much apply. There's going to be some variables, whether you can only buy a certain amount of ammo, very small, minute variables, but the concepts will be exactly the same. I'm going to tell you guys some obvious things, some things you might not have thought of. Doesn't really matter. The main point of today's video is for beginners or veterans, no matter what. Hopefully you come here and learn something. So if you do me a huge favor, make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. I made this second channel for Tarkov content only, so I really hope I can grow it into something for Tarkov. My main channel for Call of Duty, I have about 17,000 subscribers over there. And honestly, I just could not fit the content. I had to pick a niche what I wanted to do on the main channel. So made the second channel. I'd really appreciate your sub. So let's hop into it, man. The first one, which is probably going to be an obvious one, is playing at the beginning of the wipe. Now, we are definitely a couple months into this wipe of 12.9, and recently I have not played. The first 2.5 weeks of this wipe of 12.9, I raced to level 40, and I just burned myself out way too fast. I have not been playing, but if I ever do come back to it, which I still love the game, it's just I was so burnt out. And when I come back, I should say, I'm going to have so much gear waiting for me because I played at the beginning of the wipe. So that is my first tip to you. At the beginning of wipe, no matter what, even if it's a couple hours, it doesn't matter because prices always go up over the long term of a wipe, no matter that being ammo or whether that is, certain things that you're going to use constantly like fuel, water filters, those kind of items. Now, items like wrenches or cigarettes or just any of the barter items are going to go down over the course of time. So once you kind of learn your prices and learn the flea market, that will help you as well. But playing early wipe is going to set yourself up late game because look, I have 3 scav junk boxes. I think I have more than that. I thought I had 4. But the main point is I have 3 thick cases, which I got in the first 2.5 weeks of the game. So for when I am ready to come back to Tarkov in full force, whether that's, a couple games a week or just literally raid after raid after raid for a whole week straight, doesn't matter. I have 3 thick cases that have plenty of room and plenty of stuff in them for me to either use or store stuff in. So that's going to kind of lead me into my next point, and that is stocking up on ammo. Make sure you're always buying ammo on the restock. So what I'm going to show you an example of is these traders are kind of all far along, but we're going to head through some of the good traders to find good ammo for. I'm going to buy some ammo because when the wipe is kind of announced or teased or talked about a little more by Nikita and the devs over at Battle State, that's when prices start to creep up. And whenever that wipe is announced, everything is going to skyrocket in value. Now, obviously, the devs are very good at kind of seeing the trends and what's being bought out quickly and all that stuff. So prices do fluctuate with traders. However, you can still kind of get the general grasp of the concept of buying that expensive ammo so you can use it later in the wipe. Obviously, high pen ammo is going to be the best thing to buy. So here we have the 7N31, which is going to be a limit of. We'll just buy 150 rounds of that. Now, it's going to cost you 260,000 for only 150 rounds, but the concept is stocking that ammo up. So if we go to the flea market, let's see what it's actually selling for here. Selling a little over the price, about 2,200 a round. And when wipe is about to happen, this is going to be probably anywhere from 5 to 10,000 rubles per round. And it goes for any of the other, good pen ammo. M995 is the best example. M995 on the last day of any wipe will be selling for like 25,000 a round. And if you stock up on it, it's going to help you majorly in the long run. So we got 185 we can buy here for 3,000 USD. In that conversion, I will show you 3,100 USD in comparison to rubles is going to come out to almost 400,000 rubles. So you can see that it is definitely very expensive to do, but if your Bitcoin farm is up and running, these are super affordable prices for you guys. It's gonna kind of be my next one. I'll get into it here very shortly, but I just want to kind of show you some more examples. Luger CCI, great round for leg meta. Some people, really just despise the leg meta, but Luger CCI is a really good mid-range ammo if you can't afford, rip rounds or AP6 or the 7N37. I think that's what it is, or 7N39, can't remember. But the round we just bought from Proper, some people can't afford that. Over in Peacekeeper for the new 45, buying the 45 AP, 200 rounds of that, that is great, and I have tons of that. I'm going to show you some of my ammo supplies here really quick. You have the AP 6.3. We'll buy 150 rounds of that. Good to go. Just stocking up those rounds for late wipe is going to help you significantly. And it's just one thing that I always recommend. You know, M855A1, that's a great round to stock up on. I'll buy some of that for myself. And yeah, man, you just keep stocking up on ammo. And as you guys can see or saw earlier, and I'll show you again, that over in my bullet factory, man, we got tons of stuff. AP20, a great round as well. I mean, it pretty much pens armor class 4, and anybody who's not running top of the line gear, you're going to be taking them out in 3 shells of AP20. M80 rounds, another really efficient round for your cost as well. Kind of the same category as AP20. Got some Quake rounds here, which aren't as good as the APs, but, you know, I have tons of AP round, and then every one of these mags has AP in it as well. And, you know, it's just an example of me really stocking up on ammos. So your next thing is going to be your hideout. The hideout is going to be your main moneymaker. It definitely takes a lot of rubles to get up and running, but if you put in the time, put in the work, you guys will be making so much money, specifically from your Bitcoin farm. Now, me, I've not been playing in the last couple weeks, and with Bitcoin in real life going sky high, and it's actually fallen quite a bit to like 46,000. It was at like 58,000 at one point. I can't imagine what the Bitcoin prices in Tarkov were. I'd probably assume around 700,000 rubles. But a Bitcoin right now is selling for about 650,000 rubles. And you get, or I right now, I'm getting a Bitcoin every about 12 hours. And that's insane. I mean, making, you know, in a day and a half, you're making over 2 million rubles just by not even playing, completely passive. I mean, that is crazy, crazy amounts. You have other things in here that you can craft. Plenty of stuff in Intel, the workbench. You can always use your scab case. And if you want to get maximum efficiency, just do the 1,000. I always do the 7,000 personally. But there's tons of ways in the hideout to make money. And you got to get that leveled up as soon as possible. Now, there's tons of other ways to make money in Tarkov and really set yourself up for late game. But honestly, man, I went over the main ones. Stacking rubles, stacking storage, which you can see, you know, preparing yourself for late game as soon as possible. And honestly, just do some of your tasks. You can go ahead and grind out for Kappa, but honestly, it's such a grind that some people just cannot stand it. And I completely understand that. But if you get that Kappa container, it's one step in the right direction. Another thing that I actually forgot to touch on, one kind of doing the ammo, is getting meds. Meds is huge as well. Stacking up on like blue stims, those will always go way up in price. You can see at 66,000. Beginning of the wipe, blue stims might be selling for like 14, 15,000 rubles. These stims are great. There's a lot of other good stims you can get as well. And it just really, really pays off to stack up on stuff that's going to go up in value and help you late game. The more rubles you have, the better off you will be. But the more you're actually stocked up on physical inventory, such as the ammo, such as the mags, you know, 50 round magazines for your M4s and all that stuff, or 60 rounders, you know, all this stuff is going to help you so much in late wipe. Like, these are going to be going for hundreds of thousands of rubles towards the end of wipe, where at the beginning you can pick these up for 20, 30, 40,000. And you know, at that point, it's just like, why are you not buying them right there? I mean, it's got a heck of a deal from Fence selling me some 60 rounders. But, you know, it's little things like that. Stocking up, getting your inventory just flooded with those late game items is going to be your biggest key to success. If you guys have any questions at all, any other tips you want to know from me regarding setting yourself up for late game, please let me know in the comments. I'm sure I missed some really, really important stuff, but those were my main tips. And honestly, for me personally, they work like a charm. Anytime late game comes around, I have plenty of rubles to spend, and I have plenty of gear to use for that pre-wipe event or just for the last couple weeks of a wipe. If you enjoyed this video here today, I would really appreciate your support by hitting that subscribe button. That's the main thing right now. I really appreciate everybody who leaves likes on the videos as well. Positive comments are always welcomed also. But guys, I really do appreciate that support. And if you can subscribe to the channel, hopefully you can stick around for some more Tarkov content in the future. That's all I got, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm out.